Legendary ammunition. What? No. Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. The time has come, dude. The Ravagers have created the first legendary ammunition in the game. Thanks to advanced technology, it can keep your supply full by taking from those who don't need ammo anymore. What? Welcome to the channel, fellow Wastelanders. CROSSOUT has just dropped the third and final devblog for the upcoming Ravagers season, launching next week, and it looks absolutely sick. If you caught our last video, we went over the new cabin and the changes to clan battle maps as well as confrontation. But today, we're diving into regenerative movement parts, a full arsenal of new weapons, and some awesome structural pieces. All of this is leading up to next week's big Battle Pass reveal with the devs, and we're throwing a watch party just for you guys. We'll be giving away one of the latest CROSSOUT event passes to 2 lucky winners, as well as 10 days of premium up for grabs. Hit the like button, subscribe, and jump into our Discord. You don't want to miss the giveaways, streams, and community events that we have coming up. So before we get into the devblog breakdown, let's quickly talk about something else that just returned to the Wasteland. Legends of the Exhibition Brawl is back, and this time it's better than ever. They've added new preset cars to keep things fresh, and it looks like the rewards got a serious upgrade. You'll now earn plastic for these matches, which is huge. Plastic is one of the most sought after resources, right up there with uranium, so it's great to see it available outside of raids. Daily rewards also include stickers, paints, badges, and resource crates, so definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Now back to the devblog updates. Last week we talked about the new shotgun, the new cabin, and some fresh frame parts, along with the upcoming map changes for clan battles. If you missed that breakdown, I've got it linked in the description below, so make sure to check that out. So today we start out with part 2, the Ravagers around the corner, featuring these brand new regenerative legs and a new pulse accelerator, which actually seems pretty sick. So this beautiful weapon has a special perk. You need to hit the enemies twice in a row from long distance, but after that the weapon's projectile is placed with a special one. When it hits, this special projectile attaches itself to the enemy and periodically damages all enemy cabins within a certain radius. Note that if the cabin has 25% durability or less, it will not receive periodic damage. Enemies within the radius will no longer see other players on their radar for a time. So it's kind of insane, dude. This is like a cracked out freaking Akari, if you guys are familiar, but the Akari only damages the structural pieces, so I guess it's opposite Akari, where it will just go straight for the cabin. But dude, this is going to be an absolute menace in, of course, Leviathan clan battles. It's going to be absolutely crazy, so I'm pretty excited to get my hands on this gorgeous looking weapon. It's going to go nicely with the new cabin. It increases the projectile penetration, so pretty sick. Now also these legs, which I'm not a leg guy in the Wasteland, I gotta say. I'm a wheel, a hover dude. I like my dog builds, I like my Juki hovers, but here we're getting some legs, and these guys have a special perk. One copy of the new movement part has 2 legs. That's why a lot of them on a build may remind you of a centipede. The key feature is regenerating durability after a certain amount is lost. For example, if the movement part absorbs some damage, the only one leg will be disabled, while the second one will continue to function. So after a while, the disabled leg regenerates and you can use it again. Now, of course, if you lose both legs, you will fall to the ground, but after a while the legs will regenerate and you will be able to walk again and scare every arachnophobe you meet. So the question is, what happens if they shoot off the frame and there's no more frame to hold the leg? Will it regenerate? Is it a built-in frame? I am super curious to see what this is. This is kind of insane. It's an epic leg. Can something like this be legendary? There's no legendary movement parts yet. When, Tarjum? I'm curious. Maybe they just don't want to put that kind of grind out there for movement parts, but it does seem kind of crazy. What is going to happen when you have no frames, though? I'm curious. So also some new structural parts that go with the Ravagers that look freaking great. The art team does a great job in the Wasteland. I don't know how they do it, honestly, coming up with new stuff every 90 days like this. I mean, weapons, structural parts, I mean, frame pieces. I mean, you have a lot of stuff in these battle passes that is always just new, really good artwork. So kudos to the Tarjum art and design team out there. You guys keep up the great work, especially on the Ravagers. All right, so to wrap this one up, we have part 3, and this weapon looks absolutely crazy. Similar to the Morta, but I mean, yeah, I love the way the Morta looks, but I wasn't a fan of the projectiles, the whole projectile deal with the Morta, and I've never really been a fan of weapons that are so much energy you only use one. Personal opinion here. So this one might be more I like it, especially if you can put 2 on a build. I'll love it if you can have like 2 of these on a build. But this new weapon fires 2 projectiles that fly on a spiral trajectory similar to the waltz, and there is electrical link effect between the projectiles. So you might have noticed in the sneak peek that beam of light connecting, an energy beam connecting giant balls and then exploding. So the trick is that if there are another 2 projectiles within a certain radius from the first 2 launched by a second copy of the weapon by the same player, so there you can definitely have 2 of these weapons, the energy projectiles will merge into one giant Kamehameha ball of freaking lightning that slowly floats forward, that deals damage to nearby enemies, gradually slowing them down. So they kind of lose me at the slowly floating. All right, we've sped up things in the wasteland. We don't need projectiles slowly floating towards the enemy. So anyway, so they can juke out of the way. But this seems actually really freaking awesome. This lightning ball explodes upon hit or when its durability is depleted, and if the projectile gets destroyed before they merge, the weapon reloads faster for the next shot. That's crazy. Legendary ammunition. What? No. Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. The time has come, dude. The Ravagers have created the first legendary ammunition in the game. Thanks to advanced technology, it can keep your supply full by taking from those who don't need ammo anymore. What? The perk of the module is charged when there are wreckages within a certain radius. Oh man. Oh, when the charge is full, it immediately resets and restores the ammunition of each weapon by a certain percentage from the initial passive increase it provided. Note that this initial increase is a little lower than the epic ammunition module, but this is made up for by the perk and the low mass. Dude, I love it. Look at the mounting points, man. You can tuck that in. It looks like it's like a 2x4 or something there. It's gonna be like a 2x or 4x6 probably, but that little slot right there, you can jam that right up in a slot you have in your build. The module won't restore ammo above the maximum value and won't charge up if all your weapons have full ammo reserves. We recommend that you protect the ammunition module since it will disable your weapons for a short time if it gets destroyed. Oh wow, so a little bit of a downside there. This is crazy. This module is going to be insane, guys. I'm excited for this. Structural parts, this definitely looks like shoot through part. This is going to be gotta be like the 90% shoot through. Yeah, that definitely looks like a frame style piece. Structural parts of the new season coming. Other new features and improvements. What is going on here? The next update will increase the involvement of survivors in the storyline of the CROSSOUT world. Current news from the Wasteland will literally be in every player's garage. And we're not just talking about the short story page inside the game. Keep a close eye on your garages next week. With the release of the update, you will have a guest. So that's interesting. They're stealing my job. No, they're getting a freaking Russian shock radio. Dang it, chat. Dang it. I'm out of a gerb. Side note, the new Ravagers Battle Pass will contain a new type of reward that will allow you to taunt destroyed opponents. The Wasteland is becoming more toxic. Why would they do that? I mean, why do they want it more toxic? That is crazy. They're just playing into the toxicity of CrossOut. Also, for those of you guys wondering where CrossOut Day is, where is the 10th anniversary? Well, expect a special news article next week where they're also going to tell us more about the celebrations and of course the gifts they have prepared. Guys, that is it for the latest breakdown of the CrossOut news. All right guys, well that is the latest breakdown of the CrossOut news, guys. Make sure you're staying tuned for when the next dev live stream will be happening. Join the Discord. I'll be posting in there. We will be watching the devs, both their live streams for the RU and the English, and we're going to be giving away some special prizes for you guys next week on Twitch. And I can't wait to dive back in the Wasteland. I will be live streaming a ton on Twitch when this Battle Pass goes live. So follow me over there. And guys, thank you so much for the support. I will see you in the next video.